This video will show you how to use and install our Tylö Elite control panel. Elite allows you to control the Tylö sauna heater, steam generators, and tellurium. The unit and control panel must be installed by a qualified electrician. Always follow our written assembly instructions for assembly and installation. The control panel must be installed frost-free indoors. We recommend installing the control panel outside the sauna room, but it can also be placed inside the sauna or steam room. The temperature of the location the Elite control panel is placed must never exceed 80 degrees Celsius. Carefully follow the requirements in the instructions regarding the sauna's ventilation and placement of the control panel to avoid problems when mounting the control panel inside the sauna. Tylö Elite is a touchscreen and can be mounted in two ways: directly on the wall with the double-sided tape, or with our bracket for external wiring. We begin by showing how to mount it directly on the wall with the double-sided tape. Mark where you want to place the control panel. If you install the panel inside the sauna room, the upper edge of the panel must be a maximum of 800 mm above the floor and at least 300 mm from the unit. Mark where the control panel cable ends and drill a 30 mm hole through the wall. Remove the protective paper from one side of the double-sided tape. Pass through the cable to be connected to the sauna unit. Connect the cable to the control panel. Once you have ensured that the control panel is connected to the unit, it is time to remove the protective paper and attach the panel to the wall. Check that the wall is clean and free of grease. Feel free to use a spirit level to get the control panel straight. Now we will show you how to mount the control panel together with the console, which is most practical if you have the unit cable on the outside, or if it is not possible to place the connector in the wall. Hold your console where you want to place it, with the top of the console a maximum of 800 mm above the floor and at least 300 mm from the unit if you mount it inside the sauna room. Mark where to place the two screws for the bracket, preferably using a spirit level. Screw in the screws. Remove the protective paper from one side of the double-sided tape and attach it to the bracket. Then remove the protective paper on the other side. And push the control panel. Connect the unit cable in the following manner. Thread the cable onto the back of the console like this and press the connector into the holder. Now attach the bracket and control panel to the screws. Now you can attach the unit cable if you have the cable on the outside with clips or similar. Now you are finished installing the Elite control panel, and we can now move on to how to use and manage the control panel. Select language, select region. Set the date and set the clock. Your screen displays the overview and shows the current time when you do not touch the control panel for around 15 seconds. If the device is currently operating, the overview screen looks like this. If a calendar program or weekly program is about to start, the screen will switch on about 1 hour before this, and the following overview screen will be displayed. The buttons that appear on the home screen are: Home shows information concerning temperature and humidity, along with activity or status buttons and function or setting buttons. Setup, setting the temperature, session time, humidity, etc. Favorites, saved favorite settings. Calendar, create a calendar and/or weekly program. Configure, system settings. You can access the home screen by touching the screen in the overview mode or by pressing the home button. In standby mode, the sauna temperature or steam production is reduced. When guests enter the sauna, they press the start button or external switch to quickly heat the sauna to the desired temperature. You can define the extent to which the temperature is reduced under Configure. The standby function can be switched off under Configure. Combi heaters, steam generators, and tellurium devices have a drying mode. Once you are finished after the steam generator has been operating, the sauna will be heated to 80 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes to dry out any remaining moisture. If you have a steam room with a fan, the fan will start once you're finished and will operate for 20 minutes. This time can be configured under Configure Fan. To switch off drying mode, press the Stop button. Under Settings, you can define all the parameters for the session. Adjust the temperature and humidity using the minus and plus buttons. If a temperature or humidity sensor is connected, humidity is expressed in percentages of relative humidity. Otherwise, humidity is expressed on a scale of 0 to 10. Press the Session Time button to configure the desired session time. If the lighting is connected to the device, it starts automatically along with the sauna heater. When the session is finished, the lighting stays on for a further 10 minutes. If other accessories are connected, these will be shown under the Lighting button. Press the Save as Favorite button to save all settings as favorites. Use this option to start a new session with the same settings or when creating a program. Now to the calendar settings. A magnetic contact must be connected to the door in order to use the calendar functions. If you create a program which is due to start later, and someone opens the door before the program starts, it will not start. To set up a date and calendar program, go into the calendar and select a desired date. Add a program by pressing plus. Start by defining when you want the sauna or steam room to be ready for a session. The system will calculate when the device needs to start in order to reach the desired session temperature. Now choose whether this will be a regular session or standby mode. Choose whether to define the temperature, humidity, and session time or use a favorite setting. Confirm by pressing On button. The program is indicated by a circle around the date in the calendar overview. The procedure for creating a day-based program is identical. Under Configure, you will find both information about the system and options for adapting and defining various functions and parameters. It is also possible to configure accessories, such as fragrance pumps or extra lighting. The control panel can be locked so that others cannot modify settings, temperature, etc. Activate the code lock via the slider labeled Activate PIN. The default PIN code is 0000. To change the code, press Change PIN. You will need to enter the current code followed by the new code, and then confirm the new code. You can allow certain functions to be visible even when the panel is locked. Tick the functions that should be available even when the panel is locked. How to connect Tylö Elite to Wi-Fi. First, activate Wi-Fi and press Network. Press on the desired network. In order to connect mobile or computer applications, refer to the app instructions on the Tylö website. You can use an app, Apple or Android, or a program on your computer to enter settings. In order to use Wi-Fi with a sauna device or combi device, a door switch must be connected. When an infrared heater is connected to the sauna heater, the IR function should be activated using the slider. When it is activated, the IR scale is displayed in settings. The infrared heaters are timer controlled. However, they cannot be active if the temperature is set to over 60 degrees Celsius. We hope you got a good introduction to our Elite control panel. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact one of our retailers, and they will help you with all questions about your sauna. Good luck!